The absolute most important thing that the Dallas Cowboys have to do this offseason first to not only prove themselves but prove their fan base and prove the NFL that they're going to be taken serious in 2026 is hire the right defensive coordinator. Now we know the Dallas Cowboys have been on the search for a defensive coordinator for the past 2 going on 3 weeks due to them having a early ending season due to them not being able to make the playoffs, right? And they have definitely been on the horizon of interviewing many coaches and many notable coaches, right? So notable coaches that they've been interviewing, guys like a Jonathan Gannon, a Durante Jones, having interest in a Jim Leonard, right? Also interviewing guys like a Christian Parker and also a Zach Orr, right? The Dallas Cowboys defensive coaching search is so critical and it's almost nearing to an end as we kind of continue to see more candidates be available, right? As a lot of former head coaches that have pretty much been fired and pretty much are now on the market. But is the Dallas Cowboys coaching candidate the best candidate possible right in front of their faces, and they're kind of pretty much sitting back on their heels and not pretty much taking initiative and pushing that deal forward? Right, the Dallas Cowboys have already interviewed two black coaches or two minority coaches, as I would say, which means they have pretty much reached the Rooney Rule. Right, that means that the Dallas Cowboys can pretty much go ahead and take initiative and pretty much make a decision on who they want to pretty much hire as their head coach. I think the best candidate possible right now is Durante Jones. Durante Jones is definitely somebody who's been starting his coaching career ever since the early 2000s from on many different levels, right? Coaching at high school, coaching at many different colleges on the collegiate level, and his professional experience is definitely one of the best candidates that they've interviewed so far, right? Tracing all the way back to 2016 underneath Vance Joseph as an assistant defensive backs coach for the Miami Dolphins, also coaching underneath Marvin Lewis in 2018 and 2019 for the Cincinnati Bengals, as well as even Mike Zimmer in Minnesota, as well as Brian Flores. So, considering that he's had these coaching experiences underneath these well-respected defensive coordinators and these defensive minds, he's definitely had multiple perspectives, kind of pretty much look at and approach the game. Coaching on the collegiate level and even at the high school level, he's definitely known how to pretty much teach and also work and relate to players, pretty much kind of meet players where they're at, right? From a psychological standpoint, even from a physical standpoint. I think Durante Jones is one of the best fits for this job. I think Brian Schottenheimer would like somebody like a Durante Jones, somebody who's willing to teach, somebody who's willing to educate and also pretty much relate to the players and pretty much also willing to adapt schemes and pretty much be very decisive with their schemes, right? After the Dallas Cowboys played the Minnesota Vikings this season, Durante Jones was definitely given a lot of high praise, as well as Brian Flores, because the Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer found these two the most hardest opponents to kind of pretty much get past. We are looking forward to the Dallas Cowboys making the decision, and we hope that we make the decision pretty much right. Considering that the Senior Bowl is around the corner, the Dallas Cowboys should make a decision pretty soon so that we can get these scouts ready for the Senior Bowl so we can kind of pretty much evaluate talent this offseason and bring in new talent. But let me know what you think on the comment section below. Like, comment, share. Who should the Dallas Cowboys hire as their defensive coordinator?